All right, I'm doing some maintenance on my food truck, so I took my burners out, my deep fryers out. Took all three of them out and pressure washed them. I'm gonna go to the country there in Jasper and fry some fish for my niece graduation. So I'm gonna give you an overview of how this look, what it looks like, and how to operate this thing if you want to use it as a standalone. So I'm gonna take this in the country and we're gonna fry a lot of fish. And I know it's a shortage of chicken right now. We went to HEB, we couldn't find any chicken. Prices are going up. I know food truck owners and stuff have to go up on their prices because of this price on the chicken is ridiculous. Everything's going up, even lumber. But I'm gonna give you an overview of this deep fryer. This a toaster, but that right there is the pallet. And I'm gonna go through the process of how you light this thing, how to use it as a standalone. I'm gonna show you all the fittings and what kind of fitting on this one is a 3/8 flare. You see how it flares at the edge. That's the male fitting. And I also have a male here on my regulator, my pallet, my regulator here. So that's a 2-stage. You can use a 1-stage standalone, but on the food truck they require you to have 2-stage. You see that is a flare right there. And make sure you got a flare. If you don't have a flare, it's going to get a little leak. You see inside it's also a flare. So we're going to go through the process of putting this together. And you can order all this stuff here on Amazon. If you look in the description below, you see this part number right here. I'm gonna put it in the description below. If you want to purchase one of these, you can pick these up at Home Depot, Lowe's, anywhere. So first, what you want to do is just take that female fitting and plug it and thread it onto the male. You see I'm going clockwise. And be careful on these things, because when you're dealing with gas, you got right hand and left hand. This is a right hand. See, and that's a 3/4 inch wrench I'm using to tighten that up. That's 3/4. But now I'm gonna put the regulator on. You see I'm trying to go clockwise. You can't do it on this because it's gas. You got to go counterclockwise to tighten it. So I've seen a lot of people try to take things loose and tighten things up and going the wrong way when you using propane or gas. You can hand tighten this right here, and you see it has that male fitting, and I got that dual stage regulator. And then you put your other male fitting on, or the female to the male. You tighten it up with that 3/4 inch wrench. And before you do anything or light this thing, the first thing what you want to do is check for gas leaks. You can take an old water bottle, and I put a little Dawn dishwashing liquid, shake it up a little bit. Once you shake it up, just turn your gas on slowly, because it has a little check valve in there which will freeze up or lock up if you turn it on too fast. And you want to backseat it, turn it all the way on. Then you want to just pour some water on it, make sure you ain't got no leaks. And I'm looking at this very carefully. I got a small little, I see a little bubbles. You probably can't see it from there, but it's real small. So I'm gonna just take my 3/4 inch wrench and I'm gonna tighten it, turn it about a 16th or a 32nd of a turn, just a little bit. That's a brass fitting. That'll stop the leak. If it don't, you can put some Teflon tape on it. So I'm gonna check the end of that fitting. You can also check at your regulator too, and I'm gonna pour some water right there at the back end of the commercial deep fryer. It's in a toaster. So once you don't have any leaks and the gas is already on, we're gonna go through the process of lighting this thing. It can be kind of tricky. The first thing what you want to do is push it in. That pallet right there, you can't see it, but you push it in and you turn it to pallet. You see right there, it's that pallet. And you want to purge this thing because there's probably some air in the hose. So you want to purge it for probably a minute or two. Just get all the air out of it. Because if you don't, you're going to be sitting there a while trying to light that thing. So just go ahead and purge it. And I'm going to speed it up a little bit. Like I said, it's about a minute or two to purge it to get all the air out of it. Now what you want to do is just, it's on pallet, you push it in and take your lighter. And once that thing light, you may have to hold the lighter there, especially if you haven't lit in this thing in a while, and just hold it. Once the light catch on, just keep holding it in. So what that is doing is heating up that sensor. And the sensor sends amperage, and once it gets a certain amount of amperage, it'll stay on. So it takes about 20 to 30 seconds once holding that in. And if you let it go and it go out, just push it back in and light it again. As you can see, it is lit, so it stayed lit. And a thing a lot of people forget to do, I've done it myself, Once you got that pallet lit, you got to go down here and turn it to on. Push it in and turn it to on. If you don't turn it to on, when you get ready to regulate your gas, it ain't gonna work. It's just gonna stay lit. So once you turn it to on, you can regulate it. And I got water in here, and I know the boiling point of water is 212 degrees Fahrenheit. So anybody using these to boil shrimp or something on your deep fryer, don't put the thing to 300, because water is not gonna heat up to 300. Put it to about 200 or 210, and then the water will start boiling. Because if you leave it at 300, it's gonna stay on and on and on, and it's gonna just, your water's gonna evaporate. As you can see, it's probably right at 212. And I'm gonna show you down here. That's where your heat comes out at the top. So when you have it in your food truck, it vents through the vent. So you can see it's heating up. And I'm gonna turn this. I got it at. I'm gonna turn it to about. I got it at 300 now. I'm gonna turn it to about 205 or something like that. You're gonna hear it click off, the gas click off, because it's got a sensor inside that the bucket there. Once it gets a certain temperature, it'll kick on and off. So if you frying fish, you want to set it at about 350 to 375. So once it gets about 376, it'll kick off. It gets to 370, it'll kick back on. It depends. So that's the good thing about this deep fryer. You don't have to turn it on and off. You just set it at the temperature and it regulates itself. As you see, I'm just messing with it. You hear it clicking on and off. And I'm gonna show you, once you finish, just turn it to off. And you want to come over here where it's on. You turn it to pallet. It's gonna stop. It ain't gonna go no further once you hit the pallet. Now you got to push it in and turn it clockwise and turn it off. Push it in. That's it. That's all to it. Turn off your gas and that's it. Like I said, it's a shortage of chicken, so I don't think we're gonna be frying chicken. Don't forget to subscribe, like, turn on your notifications, and share this video. Also leave comments. Thanks for watching welding and stuff.